You're not looking at what everyone else is doing and feeling like you need to do it. The feeling is inside of you because of the journey you've been on. And it may be that you stop, or it may be that you continue.
That's a lot of money. What are you doing with that? How is that like,
They're never going to pay £1,000, are they? And that's in my own head, and they paid it.
let's try it. Let's experience it. You get one life. The way we look at money in our household, it's just a resource. It's not life or death. It is not anything.
We're like a tag team with this.
Like a bird in my stomach. A pigeon.
A dove's trying to get out.
Hello. It's me. I heard something the other day actually about the Adele, and because it used to be a Lionel Richie thing, didn't it? Everyone would sing that version.
Yeah, because I've got a mug with hello, is it tea you're looking for?
Yeah, there you go. But then old Adele came out with her hello.
Oh,
and
yes.
hello changed from Lionel's one to Adele's one.
Yes.
To the point, I'm really struggling
version.
to think what fucking Lionel's one is now.
Hello, it's Gareth's ringtone. Is it me you're looking for?
There you go, that's it.
I can see it in your eyes.
And she's off.
That's it.
Okay. Anyway, so on our little stroll over, because we stayed at the Premier Inn last night.
Oh, it was a bit of a dodgy experience, to be honest. We love a Premier Inn, however, we've been let down in several ways.
Vicky didn't get her beer, basically.
I didn't get my beer. I didn't get my food. I nearly ran out of veggie options.
I was going to say nearly ran out of oxygen.
Well, no, because every time I asked for something, no, we haven't got that. We've run out of that. I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, so on our little ramble over... Yeah. On our little ramble over from the Premier Inn over to Le Studio, we were talking about versions of success and how I think it's so easy to get caught up in somebody else's version of success. And then this is potentially one area where we put far too much pressure on ourselves to try and be successful.
What does success mean to you listening to this podcast?
What does it mean to you?
Yeah, it's a really difficult question to answer, if I'm honest, because I think it changes. I think it fluctuates. I don't think there's a one and done answer for this.
Yeah.
Because I think if you...
Is that because you know more now, though?
I think it's because I'm always wanting to push more and we're always looking to grow. And I think that success grows with your actual growth, personal development, plus your career growth. I think, do you know what I mean? I think it goes hand in hand. So I don't think you can ever say it's whatever it is.
Do you think you would know? Crap question. What do you think your version of success was when you first went into dog training?
Yeah, good question. It's going to sound really shit. Helping people, supporting people, keeping dogs in homes.
Why is that really shit?
Because it just sounds a bit naff now.
In what way?
Because there should be more to it.
Like what? I feel like this is like a paddle match here. Bang, bang, bang.
I don't know, really. Is that a version of success?
I don't know. I find this really interesting. Like, if you're not watching this, by the way, you need to see her face. She's struggling with this.
I am. I'm really trying to take myself back, to be fair, to that place.
That's the challenge, isn't it?
What was yours with your business?
No, I'm not going to go there yet because this needs digging into, I feel. So you just said, I'm paraphrasing now because even though you only said it like 10 seconds ago, I can't remember the exact words you said, was you wanted to, you even put a voice on with it. I wanted to help people.
Yeah, because that's what everyone says, isn't it?
And it sounds shit. So what about that sounds shit? Because actually, for a lot of people listening, I would say that that's fucking high on their agenda.
Yeah, I wish it was more specific. It wasn't at the time. It was, I want to help people. And for me, that's like a broad sense of the words. Yeah. I wish I could have had that specific. I want to help a particular type of person, particular struggle, like whatever that looks like. Because I think being more specific is always better. But at the time, I didn't have that. I was just like, help people, keep dogs in homes, keep puppies. I suppose it was more have a happier life with a puppy. But again, that sounds a bit broad and a bit shit. What's happy? I don't know.
So what I'm hearing then is over the years, you've learned that you need to define your version of success more, with more detail, with more clarity around it.
And although it might change, I think whenever you're attaining for that success, it should be specific in your head. The goalpost can move. The whole journey will move and it'll keep moving. Because I don't think do you ever get there and go like, now I'm living my version of success. Does anyone do that?
What conversation were we having in bed this morning?
What?
We always share a room when we're people found
this. Sounds dodgy.
People found this quite odd that even at the conference we chose to like share a room.
You were in the little LB today in the small bed. I was in the big bed. It's usually the other way around, people. Can you believe it? The small one is normally in the big double bed.
The small, yeah.
But you were in the little bed.
Yeah, I was in the little bed.
Know your place, Jo. Walk around.
So we were... we talk about many things.
Well, this is why I'm looking at you going, we talked about so much this morning.
It'll come to you. Okay. Hold on. Let me get some more words out and your brain will recall. So we were talking about many, many things about like the direction of CBA and what I wanted to do. And CBA Live was brought on up and we were actually talking about something. And this is really hard for me to not actually share too much on this because it is a big fat fuck off idea that is starting to formulate at the moment. And this is what we were discussing. And then we were talking about the event and going like, that's not, because basically this big fat fuck off idea that we've got and we are going to start implementing, we're just trying to figure out the granular detail around it, is it's scary. It's actually scaring us at the thought of doing this thing. And we realised that that's a really good thing. And then I made what was actually like quite a flippant comment of like, I think you said something like, oh, well, hold on, CBA Live is still scary. And I went like, is it? And that was my flippant comment of like, is it? Because I feel like that's running now. And I'm like, yes, and I'm loving it. And it is scary, but it's not as scary as it was. I've only done 2, but it doesn't feel as scary. It still is, which is why I still love it. But you reminded me that actually it's still a really big thing to be doing that conference and not everybody does it and all of that stuff. And for my brain, it is very easy to sometimes just sit into that. It's like, oh yeah, look, we've done it now. Whereas actually, I remember several years back when I'm sitting at various different types of conferences and thinking, fuck me, like how amazing would that be to actually run your own conference? And I can never ever dream of being able to do it. I like the idea of doing it, but could I do it? Could it? And now I've done it, I'm not very good at living in the moment.
Yeah, you got to almost sit with it and appreciate it for a minute and just go like, look, what the fuck? So I think we did do this in the room because we were listening to somebody else's talk and part of your brain goes, oh, look what she's enabled the room to do. Like people were being really vulnerable and blarting and crying and in all the good ways, by the way. If you listen to this and you've never been to CBA Live,
traumatic event.
What the fuck? But it was really nice feeling to know that had been created. And the part of my brain goes like, that's her that's created that. And I was like, no, we've created that because we have facilitated that space. We have brought those people in that we know can make people feel all the feels and have the ability to project it and feel safe around it and the lack of judgment and all that sort of stuff. And we were just sat there and I could feel my eyes welling up. And then I looked over at you and you were, and we were literally a mess. And it was because we were happy tears, but going like, look at this, look what we've done. Let's just sit in this for a minute because otherwise the moment's going to pass and we're just going to be busy again. And we're going to be doing the stuff and we're just going to forget how this feels for a moment. And I don't think we do that enough.
It's hard to do that.
It is hard to do that. But I think for us in that situation where we were both sat on a table together, just caught each other's eye and we were both feeling exactly the same way, I was like, yeah, it's fucking awesome, this is.
Yeah. And then I don't know about you, but this was kind of like a theme that was running through those 2 days I felt as well. How much your ego can get in the way then, because my ego like immediately steps in, and even hearing you talk, then part of me like wants to interject and go like, oh God, that sounds really twattish. That sounds like, look at us, look at what we've done. And it feels shitty to say it. And like, we're still on that journey of figuring out how to not feel like that. But then also you feel like if you work on that, then that's a bit twattish as well, because then it's like, oh, so you just completely detach yourself from all feeling, and now you're going to be one of those people that I don't know who they are, but one of those people that are just wankers.
Yeah. And I'm not a person who would revel in stuff like that normally, and I wasn't reveling in it in as much as, oh, look at us, we're just amazing. It was like, just look at the room, like look at the, almost like, again, this sounds really bad, but it wasn't meant like that. Like, look at the broken people in this room that are desperate for this help.
Yeah.
To me, I look at that and go, this is so fucking needed. Like, what a great decision that we've made that nearly didn't happen again because of my last year fear around everything, and going like, this is a lot of work, and is it worth it? And all the crap stuff that gets on top of you with an event like that. And then within like halfway through the day, I'm going, absolutely has to happen again. And then this year, even bigger, better, more vulnerability, more, I don't know, people just feeling they can let it out. And I feel like people let stuff out a lot earlier this year.
Yes.
It wasn't like near the end of the 2 days, where last year it pretty much was that. It was like people were feeling these things at the beginning of it, kind of almost going, oh, here we go again. I know what's going to happen this year. And for me, I'm like, that's great. That's great that you can feel that you can do those things and you aren't going to be judged. And you know, it's almost cathartic. I feel like people may think it's a bit of therapy in that space as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of love, a lot of laughs, and a lot of like stupid things that happen. But there's also a lot of depth to it. Yeah.
And all this it's within this realm of like what is success then? And you know, that whole little spin-off ended up off the back of you saying like, do you get there and then you're done?
Yeah.
I was like, well, no. Because you do keep growing and you do keep doing all these things. And yeah, and
if you wanted to stop there, you could absolutely stop there. But I think as a human being, we naturally just want to, whatever, again, that pushing yourself is, or that growth is for you, like whatever that feels right for you. I feel like we just naturally do it. So I don't think anyone ever gets there and just feels satisfied with the whole thing, because there's always, I don't know, because negativity creeps in as well, going like, oh, okay, so back to real life then, because I've achieved that goal, and then what? You know, it could be a bit of that, or it could be, oh, something else has piqued my interest here, and I feel like maybe I would never have thought to do that before, but I'm going to try and do that now. But that's and this is the whole point of this episode, is you're not looking at what everyone else is doing and feeling like you need to do it. The feeling is inside of you because of the journey you've been on. And it may be that you stop, or it may be that you continue. But that feeling has got to be your own personal feelings, your own looking inside of yourself. And I think it sounds a lot easier to say it than it is to do it, to truly believe in everything that you're feeling and thinking, and knowing it's your own words and thoughts. It's a really fucking hard thing to do.
It is hard. And I think it's even harder when you are working in an established industry, which, let's face it, every industry is like this now. I don't think there's many industries now that are not established, that have not been going, because realistically, the unique thought leaders out there, they're already blazing their trail, and they're a very small percentage. I'm sure there is a you hear that like fact thrown around every now and again. It's like it's the 1% of people, and actually I think it is about 1% of people that in the entire world, they are blazing the path, and not everyone has that capability to be able to do that, which is why it's a very small percentage of people that are doing it. But
you might be blazing the path in your own way, in your own incremental way. That's the thing, because just because you see people doing that kind of thing and you think, oh, maybe I should be doing that, you don't have to.
No.
If you don't want to,
No.
you can, but you don't have to.
And I think this is where it's, and again, this is not dog industry specific in the slightest, but I think this is where you do get thrown into thinking you have to operate a certain way. You get thrown into thinking, you know, let's put it in the dog world now. Like, you have to do package sessions. You have to do ad hoc one-to-ones. You have to do puppy classes. You have to do, if you're interested in scent work, you have to do scent work classes. If you're interested in man trailing, like it's probably been a thing for a lot longer than it feels like. But for my brain, I'm seeing more and more of that pop up recently. And do you know what I mean? Like, it's just all of these different things that we're going, I feel like, and the language we're using, like, I should be doing that. Like, this is what people are asking for, so I should do it. And for me, I knew I never wanted to do classes, which is quite ironic when I think about it now, because I love group teaching and I really do enjoy it, but I did not ever want to do a puppy class. It was not something that lit me up in any way, shape or form. But then I hit a point where I was like, should I be doing this? Am I being left behind? Because I'm behind of what, by the way? I don't know. Should I be doing it? Am I missing out on earning some money because people would pay for the puppy classes? And that's where I trialed it, and I did a 90-day puppy class, and it worked, and it made some cash. So each person invested $750, I think it was, plus the VAT, for that puppy class. And I'd marketed it as a puppy class as well. And it sold. It was full. It did its thing, and I didn't enjoy it.
But that's where you could recognise that you didn't enjoy it.
Yeah.
And for you, that was more important.
Yeah. I felt trapped in it, because as soon as I'd done like 3 weeks in, I was like, oh my God, I'm stuck with this now for another like 10 weeks, whatever it is, 9-10 weeks. I'm like, oh my gosh. And yeah, the people I'd attracted just weren't the right people. And actually that was something that surprised me, because I think back then I had the mindset, belief, the story I told myself that because these people are spending a good amount, they'll naturally be a better quality client. And it wasn't the case. So I had to do some work on that and go like, okay, what was it then? For me, my interpretation of that was because I'd marketed it as a puppy class.
Yeah, I was going to say, because actually you could look at, because I had the flip of that. So I was stuck in a loop of classes for 14 years, wasn't I?
Oh my God.
And knowing that, don't think I even questioned it, because I was like, this is what you do and that's it. But also knowing very quickly, I love the idea of the group teaching. I love that. I just loved being up there and teaching people how to do stuff and showing people how to do stuff. But the reality is it's really hard to teach 6 different sets of people the same thing and expect them to be able to keep up with it and implement it every week and move on to the level that you hope they'll have achieved. So, you know, that was my biggest frustration. And then when I went to like programs, 3-month and 6-month programs, the investment was much, much higher, and it did attract a different type of person. I say that, but did it? Because I had some repeat clients that had come to me for puppy classes, but the mentality was very different when they came into that program. And even though they'd paid me 80 quid before for a 6-week class, they were paying me like $1,000 to come in and work with me. And I think it's just that, again, it comes back to like the value around it, the support, the tailored approach and all of that stuff. And there was no group element even at the start of mine. There was in the end, but there wasn't at the start, which was like the biggest difference for me. It was like, oh my fucking God, there's no group stuff here. But it must have just been more than that. It must have been that support element that they were attracted to, and then realised I actually need more help than what was provided before. Not that they devalued probably what they came to before, but when they're presented with that as an offer, it's like, oh, that is, yes, that's what I need. Because my immediate thought is they're going to be put off because they've already paid me 80 quid before. They're never going to pay $1,000, are they? And that's in my own head, and they paid it. Like, I think I got about 5 or 6 people that came to me and invested a grand that had paid me like 80 quid before. Yeah. So, yeah, something about that was attractive to them, wasn't it?
Yeah. And so I love having these conversations because I can almost put myself in the shoes of some of you listening out there and thinking, but I really enjoy puppy classes. I don't know why I have to do a stupid voice with it, because actually it's more than okay.
I really enjoyed them. I didn't like the limitations that they created for me. That's all.
And this is where it's a beautiful thing to be able to run your own business, because you do have an opportunity. And I suppose it's, if you're brave enough to take it, because, you know, we talk about fear a lot and how that holds us back. But if we're brave enough to explore something that's a little bit different, and it doesn't have to be like drastically different, it's just a different take on it. Like the way we talk about programs, it's actually not drastically different compared to...
It's not revolutionary, really, is it? It's just putting it together in a different, presenting it in a different way, that's all.
Yeah, because it's still technically a package.
Yeah.
It's just presented in a very different way, and it's marketed in a very different way. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And this is where it's why we focus a lot on strategy, because it is thinking about, okay, so who are you talking to? What is that offer? How is it going to help them? What's the outcome? It's like, it's all of that stuff wrapped up in one. And then this is where, you know, kind of going back to how you answered that question at the start of this episode of, oh, I just wanted to help people, and that was your version of success. It was a starting point, and then it's getting clearer each and every single time that we are operating and showing up, and you do grow and you do evolve. And you're right, I think the more detail you can put behind your version of success, then it can only be a good thing.
Mm. But I do think we're scared to put the detail around it in case it doesn't happen.
Yes.
And that fear of failure as well is high, isn't it? So if I just make it really broad, there's a chance I might hit it in a way where I'm not really admitting to myself I haven't hit it, but I kind of could look like I have hit that version of success. Whereas the more specificity we have around it, I actually need to make sure I'm doing that thing and that thing and that thing. That's a lot of pressure on me.
Yeah.
Maybe it's that.
I think you've hit the nail on the head there. I think it is very much about that fear of failing. And again, it's, what are we afraid of failing in? Why are we afraid to fail? Who
we
suffers?
Bothered? Yeah. Who's bothered if we fail? Who do we think is bothered, by the way, if we fail? Not who will be.
Yeah. And I'm going to hazard a huge guess that it's all on ourselves again. Like, I will feel horrendous if I have failed. And then I beat myself up, and then I go around in that vicious cycle. And then and I think this is where you kind of split into your different personality profiles, and then you split into your different versions of yourself on which version do you want to be of yourself then? Do you want to be the play it safe? Because I'm sure every single person out there will know of someone who has an incredible skill set that could, with a bit of guidance and support, could have the opportunity to create a business that absolutely flies in their version. Like, and our version could be, you know, it's a financially viable. You're making a big impact on people. You're doing the thing that you love. Like, those are kind of like the top 3 things. But that person will never, ever, ever do it. And they'll tell themselves that story that, oh no, just like, it doesn't interest me. Or I can't do that. Who's going to buy that thing? So we do the safety thing, and that's where I think that's where money comes into a lot of this as well. In fact, we haven't really talked about money in a long while, I don't feel. But with our poor money mindsets around everything, that safety and that stability of, well, actually, no, if I stay in the job, I might be a little bit miserable, but actually it affords me the life that I want. It allows me to go to work and do the boring thing that I struggle doing, but the bills are paid. It allows me to go and do the dog business as a hobby on the side. It allows me to go to conferences. It allows me to do my studying on all things dog because I love it. And I'll just do it all that way instead.
Mm.
And then we beat ourselves up in going, but I don't want that. I want the dog business as my full-time job. But then I'm scared to do it because I don't know what my version of success is. And if I fail, what happens then?
I want to talk about this failure thing because let's spin it a little bit. So let's imagine, so both of our husbands run their own business. Let's imagine they invest in something or they try something different that they haven't done before and it didn't work.
I have loads of these examples with Darren.
Well, yes. But let's say it's something big. Let's say it's something kind of not a completely different direction. It's still within the business. It's still within what they're trying to do. But it's something like a bit out there, you know. It's quite a big change. And it doesn't work. As their spouses, as their wives.
It's a strange word, spouse.
It is a strange word, isn't it? Spouse. Siblings, I find a strange word as well. Anyway, are we going to sit there and go, well, they failed, like that was shit, like they're a bad person because that didn't work, and we keep thinking that all the time? No.
Interesting that you threw bad person into that, because I know I would never think that of anybody that tries, that I would never immediately, well, not even immediately, I wouldn't at all ever think you're a bad person. My stomach's making rather strange noises.
Mine was at the beginning.
If you're picking it up on the mic, I apologise.
We're like a tag team with this.
I'm like a bird in my stomach then. A pigeon.
A dove's trying to get out.
So yeah, no, I'd never think of anyone as a bad person around it.
I think I've heard this from people though. I think the reason I said that is because I've heard people say
interesting
that someone would think they're a bad person if they do it and it didn't work.
Yeah.
And this is where you have to look at this logically and go, are people actually going to think those things that you think they'll think? Because if that's what's stopping you, if you're going, my husband or wife or mum or dad or whatever, brother, sister would think I'm shit, would think you failed, are they really sitting there and thinking that?
I think everything is just a projection of fear.
Yeah.
If I look at my immediate family, like mum, dad, sister, they all have massive fear around whether it is failure, and I suppose it is all wrapped up in it. But every time I make a big chunky investment in something, which let's face it is more often than not, they're going, oh, well, that's a lot of money. What are you doing with that? How is that? Like, I couldn't. No, I don't know how you live like this. This is the phrases I hear every single day. Like, I don't know how you live like you do. In fact, I've been called selfish for it as well. You're selfish for the way that you run your life because your kids will be negatively impacted because they haven't got a safety net of money in the bank because you keep spending it.
But isn't it funny?
Like, how bad's that?
How many people forget being self-employed, forget being an entrepreneur, forget all that. How many people buy houses they can't afford and buy cars they can't afford and have credit on things they can't afford, but they're acceptable things to have credit for? It's fine to have a massive mortgage. Yeah. That's society says that's okay. Mm-hmm. But none of us can afford the fucking house. No. We don't own it until we own it.
Still paying it off for like 70 years, you like.
Well, exactly. Nowadays, people are getting mortgages later. They're paying them off later. They've got bigger mortgages. Everything's more expensive.
Yeah.
So, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But if it's to do with an investment for a business or it's to do with a risk that you take in another area or another walk of life, the judgment comes in.
Yep.
But like, who says that's okay versus that, or it's not okay versus that? And when reality hits, you've got to look at those things and go, that's them problem. It's not a you problem. Like, if you want to do that, do it. If you don't.
Yeah, it is incredibly difficult. I remember when, because out of me and Darren, I was the first one to go all in on this crazy business self-development personal journey and do the big scary investments and, you know, the whole life shattering experiences. And then I wanted him to be involved in it, but I also didn't. I also wanted to protect my own little bubble. And I was like, oh no, I kind of don't want you a part of that. But then also I was thinking, fuck, if you do come along with me on this ride, Jesus Christ, that's like double the amount of investment
Risk.
We can kind of get away with one of us just doing it. And I'm happy for that to be me, quite selfishly. And then he was like, oh yeah, no, I can do this. And then he really wanted to. And he's talked about getting into property for ages, and he would be really good at it, but the graft stuff, the actual, right, let me do the house renovation rather than the sourcing of the property and then all
the background
all
stuff,
the stuff that goes with it. So he invested in like a big mastermind thing, and it was about 10 grand or something, and I was just like, look, if you want to do it, just do it. We haven't got the cash, but we've never got the cash. There's never a right time. Like, you're going to have to travel down to Peterborough every fucking week or every month to go and do it. I do the same though. So we'll just figure it out and we'll just manage it. And he was like, I was like, look, just do it. So he did it and then goes, I can't do this. I was like, okay then. And part of me was always like, I knew you were never going to do this. I knew you weren't going to follow through with it because it's all the stuff that you're not naturally good at and you haven't got the headspace to be able to do it. If we'd have maybe gone in on that as a joint venture thing, it could have possibly worked out because I'd have taken a lot of it and then he could do the bits that he enjoys. But I think he beat himself up for a little while and going like, I failed. Like, I've now just put my family under financial pressure again, because now that's 10 grand that I didn't do anything with. I've just thrown it down the drain and now we've got to pay that debt back. Not once do I ever think about it.
No.
We're still, you know, we're still chunking bits off of that card all the time and going like, yep, it's fine. And then this is the way that we live. We were talking about like trying to, because we've still got, the way we look at money in our household is like we will just continue to move the debt around, but it's in a manageable way. And he's like, you know, as soon as we clear it, you're just going to go and do another investment. I'm like, yeah, I know. Because it's just a resource. And Darren and I really trained our brains to go, it's just a resource. It's not life or death. It is not anything else. We have been we work fucking hard at our money mindset every single day to see it that way, but it's not a case of it's failure. It's let's try it. Let's experience it. You get one life.
Because actually, anyone that does try something, and even though it doesn't work, you're kind of rooting for them, aren't you? Going, fair play that you've gone and done that, because a lot of people wouldn't even try it in the first place. And I think actually it's a completely different way that people would look at you. And they wouldn't look at you in the failure way. They'd look at you in the fair play for having a go way. And for me, that's, as much as we do have a negativity bias as a human, we do want the best for people. For the most part, we want people to succeed. We want it to work for people. You know, even...
Maybe you only want people to succeed so much, though. Yeah. There is that tall poppy syndrome thing, isn't there?
Yeah, maybe. But I do think your natural style... I don't care who you are. I think your natural style is that you would want to not see somebody fail and fall face plant on the floor and be in a position where they can't get back from.
I think that comes from a place of, though, again, I think it's fear projection of, I told you so. So I'm basically just proving to myself that if I ever did that scary thing, that's going to happen to me. So that's why I'm not doing it. Keep myself safe.
Yeah.
So it's okay for you to go and do it and I'm rooting for you. But also I kind of do want you to fail because then that backs up my belief system that it's not possible.
Yeah, maybe. God, we're so complex, aren't we?
Yeah.
And all
of
things,
this is subconscious.
All of this happens in a split second and you don't think about it, and it comes out and your brain just does it, like that, and it's happened. Like, that's what I feel like your brain does.
Sound like a purring cat.
I can't do it again. But I feel like that's what it's doing, like cards going down really quick, and that's what happens. And your brain has gone round the houses with that thing and this thing and the other thing. And it's
your brain's just looking for data all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, like numbers just going, all that stuff.
What data have you got to prove that? It's like going through those like a Rolodex.
Yeah.
It's like, where's the evidence? We've seen this somewhere. That's not possible. That person tried that and it didn't work for them.
Mm.
In fact, we know this because even anyone who comes on board with us at CBA and they want to work with us, they're almost fighting their own evidence of like, oh, well, I've invested in business coaching, or I've known someone who's invested in business coaching before and it didn't work. Mm. How will I know it's going to work? Your dog training clients are saying the same to you. I've worked with another trainer before and it didn't work.
But this is where they are seeking to be proved wrong. Mm. That's when someone says something like that, they're saying it for a reason, and they're saying, this is how I feel. I'm challenging you to come back with something that squashes that belief. Even though in our brains, they'll be like, oh, they're putting objections in the way. They're actually doing it in a way whereby I'm going to say this thing, but I really want you to say that it's the right decision for me.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't look at it that way, because we go to the negative and go, they're trying everything to not do it. Yeah. It's like, no, they're inviting the question in.
Yeah. But also on the flip side to that, like if you do answer that and like, well, of course you're not going to say anything else, are you?
No.
And this is where, again, like, it's not a topic for now, but it's the conversation that, well, it's a skill set. It's a skill set, a deficit that we have in being able to navigate those types of conversations when somebody is seeking that desire to say, like, tell me it's going to work. Like, wave that magic wand, because I keep throwing money at this problem and this problem isn't going away.
Yeah. And this is where you almost could throw the question back at them and go, what do you want me to say here? Because I'm going to say that it's going to work.
Yeah.
So if you want me to say that, I'll say it. But is that going to help you?
Yeah. God, lots of areas of
brain fuckery.
Clusterfuckery.
My little clusterfuckery thing in my talk.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
And my CBI live.
So what's your version of success now then?
I don't think I can articulate it in that quick answer that you're looking for.
I'm not looking for a quick answer. If you could articulate it.
You haven't got loads of time for me to answer it. Oh, I don't know. It needs some thought. You know me. What's yours?
It's like a little bit of a deflating end to an episode, isn't it?
Go on then. You try.
Okay. My version of success is that it's like our vision statement. It's that we have been an integral part of creating business development, which includes self-development and personal development and all of that stuff, to be so intertwined with the dog knowledge that's out there, so that every single business can be so welfare focused, not only from the dog perspective, but from the people perspective, and that includes clients and yourself and your team and everybody that comes across your business. If we can get anywhere near that to me is a version of success. We are living a version of success every single day.
I think there are too many strands to it for me to articulate it in that concise way.
Well, I tried. And again, I feel like you deflated the end. Like, oh, it was good, but not quite good enough.
No, you did it. You smashed it at the end.
Okay, there we go then. Until next time.